Assalamu alaikum. Myself Ahkam Ansari. A student, I am back again with yet another video lecture of information technology. In our previous lecture, we have seen built-in function in JavaScript, in which we have seen parseInt, parseFloat, and many other function which is given by the JavaScript. Now we are moving toward one of the important function of JavaScript, that is NaN. That means whether you are going to accept some value and you have to check whether the value is a number or not. What is mean by is NaN? That is not a number. The function is very self-explanatory, in which we have to accept some value or we have to take some value, and then we have to check whether the value is in number or is in some other form like text or. But the basic thing is that this function will result in the form of true or false. Means if the accepted value is a number, okay, so it will checking whether is not a number. So if it is number, it will give false value, and if it is not a number, it will give true value. Okay, then we will see the length property. So this is the function, and a function is nothing but a set of code we have seen. But in this lecture we will also learn a property. Okay, a property means attribute. So we will see some property like length property. We will see what is a length property in JavaScript. So this is our last function which is in our syllabus, that is NaN, that is not a number. And then we will see length property, which is used to find or which is used to calculate the length of a string or a character. Okay, so now we are moving toward what is NaN function. We will see some definition, some meaning, then we will move to our practical part, in which we will see how this function will perform in our programming. So let's have a look on some description, some information regarding NaN function. That is NaN function accept a value. As I just told you, it will accept a value and determine whether the value is number or not. Means the basic function or the basic objective of using this function is checking of the value whether the value is in number or not. If it is a number, see, if it is number, it will return true, and if it is not number, it is written false value. It return true if the accepted value is not a number, and it return false if the number is a number. Okay, so not a number means if the accepted value is not a number, it will return true, and if it is number, it will return false. Okay, so we will see this thing. This is the theoretical part. I think now you are very clear that this function will validate some value and it will give some result in the form of true and false. Okay, then we will see one more important. This is the example in which, for example, you have declared a variable called var a, in which you have stored some number. See, I have stored number 1 2 3 4 5. This is the number. How I come to know whether it's a number or a string? So if it is quoted like this one, hello Ahkam is written. If it is quoted between double quote, we will see that this is the string or is a collection of character. But if it is not quoted and it is a simply number, we can say it's a number. So if you use a variable in which you will store some value, and now by using variable b, you are going to store the calculation of this function. So this function will evaluate, this function will calculate, and this function will check whether the value entered in a, because inside a you have written a equal to 1 2 3 4 you have stored. Now you are going to check the value of a by using is not a number. So it will check whether the value is not a number or it is number. Okay, it will check whether it is number or not a number. So after checking, after evaluating the value which is stored inside variable a, it will store inside b, because you have written b equal to is not a number a. Okay, so this is a function is not a NaN, and it will check this value, and after checking it will get some result, and the result will be in the form of true and false. So it will check the value which is stored inside variable a, and after checking it will store inside variable b. So I have written document.write, where d is in small letter, it's a typing error, document.write and b. So the value of b will be displayed. So it could be false. Why? Because the value is a number. So it is checking not a number. So if it is a string, it will display true. Like in this example, I have declared variable x. Inside I am storing a string which is not a number. Okay. So it will check whether this string is not a number. Yes, it is not a number. So that's why it will display true result. The example is same. The only different thing is that you have to write here you have written number and here you have written a string. Okay. After that we will see this thing, we will perform our practical. After we will see the property that is called a length property. Length property is basically used to calculate the length of a character, length of a word, or you can say length of a string. Okay, so as we know, a string is nothing but a collection of character. For example, if I write Ehkam Ansari, so you will notice that Ehkam Ansari is our string. So this function length sorry, it's not a function. Length property will calculate, length property will find the number of character in a particular string. Okay, in a particular string. So if you count the number of character is 5 and 6, it could be 11, but again there is a space between M and A, there is a space. So space is also counted as a character. Okay, so one space will count one character, two space will count two character. So the output of this string will be 12, because five character we have in Ehkam and 6 character we have in Ansari, and between M and between two word we have one space. So this space will be counted and your result will be 12. So in this practical, in this program, we have declared a variable in which we have stored some string value. So we have to put some double quote. This is the PowerPoint slide, that's why I have not written. Then in the same way we have write a dot length. So what is value stored inside variable a? Now by using length property you are going to check. So a dot length property will check and it will store the resultant value inside variable b. Then I have written document dot write b, so it will display the actual length which is stored inside b. So your output will be 12. In the same way I have given one more example, that is a var x. I have declared a variable in which I have stored some value, that is a kms. Right now we don't have any spaces, so number of character is 4. So if you write x dot length, so it will calculate the length of this value which is stored inside variable x, and after calculation, after evaluation, it will store inside variable y. Then you have written document dot write y, so it will display the length of this kms. So the right now you will get answer as a 4, because we have 4 character only. Okay, so this thing we are going to learn by using a practical, by using a coding. So I am moving towards my notepad application. This is my notepad. So we have to write code inside the HTML. The first thing is that we have to create HTML5 page. So I will write doc type HTML. This is the requirement for HTML5. Then I will write HTML tag, that is the first tag of HTML and last tag of HTML. After that I will add the first tag, that is a head tag on HTML page, and closing head tag. Then I will write body tag, one of the most important tag inside the HTML, that is a body tag. These are some basic tags which are required or which are compulsory to create any HTML page. Now you have option, you can add JavaScript inside the head tag, or even you can add inside the body tag. So I am going to add, let me change the background color by using HTML. So I will add bg color equal to, I am going to assign orange. Okay, then I will add one h1 tag and closing h1 tag, and I will write use of, what is our practical, use of is in function. Okay, let me save the file. So you can assign any name, in fun I have given nanfun.html, and I'm going to save in my desktop. So let me save. Now I just want to show the output. So your file is created over here in nanfun.html. Let me open it. So when this page will open, you will get nothing, only one h1, that is use of nan function. Let me zoom out. Okay, your background color has been changed and you will get one h1 tag. Now I am going to add JavaScript. So here I am going to add inside the body tag, I will take script tag. As we know, to add JavaScript we have to use script and we have to use language attribute. Language equal to JavaScript. Okay, after that we have to close the script tag. Then I will write inside the script tag all the other content. So I have to declare a variable where a equal to, inside that I have to store some value. For example, now I am going to store some value like 1 2 3. Okay, then I have to check. I have declared one more a variable where b equal to, I will write is nan. Okay, again student, please pay attention and please see how I have written is nan function. Okay, so this is the built-in function which is given by the JavaScript. So you have to write as per the JavaScript rules and regulation. So JavaScript says that you have to write is nan function in this manner. Okay, where is no space is required. Is in a small letter, n in capital letter, again a is in small letter and n in capital letter. So you have to write in this manner only. Okay, so is nan is a function, so you have to pass some value. Which value you have to pass? You have to check the value of a. So inside a you have stored 1 2 3, so I am just going to pass a. So this line will execute and this will perform something, it will check something, because in is nan function is used to check, is used to validate whether the accepted value, which is the accepted value, a is the accepted value. Okay, because we are accepting in this function, so accepted value is a number or not. Okay, it will check whether the value is number or not, and after checking it will give one result. The result will be in boolean. Boolean means either it will be true and it will be false. If is not a number, see, is not a number. If it is number, it will give false result. If it is a number, it will give false result, and if it is not a number, it will give true result. So right now we have taken number, so your output would be false. So I will write document dot write and I will display the value of b. So value of b could be either true or false. Yes, because this evaluation, this function will generate a result, and that result will be in the form of true and false. Okay, so I have saved, let me show the output. Okay, run it. Now you are getting false value. Let me zoom it. You are getting false value. Why you are getting false value? Why you are getting false value? Because this is a number and you are checking not a number. Okay, this you are checking, this function will say is not a number, whether the value accepted is number or not. If it is number, it will give false result. Or if you change this, for example, instead of 1 2 3, if I am going to change to ICOM, now you will get true result. Means it's not a number. ICOM is not a number, meaning this is a true, so you will get true answer. Okay, let me save this, flip back to your output, refresh it. Okay, why not coming? Is there any issue? Let me check it. Okay, acom is a character, so if acom is a string, you have to put inside the double inverted comma. Okay, so string could be quoted between double quote. Now you will get true result. Okay, why? Because acom is not a number. It is correct, it is true. Okay, acom is not a number. Okay, now same thing we can accept, same thing we can perform. Now we have declared a variable. Instead of declaring a variable and storing a fixed value, we can accept value from user. So if you want to accept value from user, in that case you can use prompt function. So I am just removing the value and I'm just going to write prompt function. Okay, I have to write prompt function. Inside that I have to pass some message, enter any value. Okay, save it, and let me refresh it. Now you will get a box in which you can insert any value. For example, if I write 1 2 3 4, so 1 2 3 4 is a number. Yes, when you click on OK, you will get false value. Okay, because this function will check not a number, so you have written number, that's why it's showing false. But if you write not a number, like if you write acom ansari, it will give true value. Getting a student? Getting? So it is very easy and it is very useful actually, because in some cases when you are going to accept some value from user, like you have designed a form, inside that you have to accept contact number. So if someone insert contact number in string or character, so you can validate by using NaN function. Okay, so NaN function is used to validate, or it is used to check whether you have inserted value is number or not. Okay, now we are moving towards our next topic of our today's lecture, that is our length property. Okay, so as we know, length property is a property given by the JavaScript which is used to calculate the number of character or the length of a string. For example, what is mean by length actually? If I say A, so what is the length of A? The length of A is 1, because we have only one character. So if I ask what is the length of acom, for example, this is the acom written, and which is the collection of 5 character. So if I ask what is the length of acoms, you will say 5. In the same way, if I what is the length of ansari, you will say 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, in the same way, if I ask what is the length of var, so you will say 3. So this thing which I am doing, this is the by default, this is the some function given, some property given by the JavaScript. Actually it's a property given by the JavaScript which will calculate for you the length of any string. Okay, so let's have a look how we can do. I'm going to do same inside the same thing. So I'm going to remove this one, use of NaN. Instead of that, I'm going to write length property. Okay student, length property. Okay, so I will use same program. Means first I will accept some value. I will accept some value by using prompt message, prompt box. This will give some value, and I will calculate the length of that value, the accepted value. So I will just remove this line. I will write a dot length. Okay, I will write a dot length. Now I want to calculate the length of A, not A actually, because A is a variable over here. Okay, A is not a character. A is a variable which I have declared, and inside A I am storing some value. Which value I am going to store? I have created a prompt box. Inside that user can insert any value. That value will store inside variable A, and I want to find the length of that value. So A dot length will calculate, will evaluate the length of the value stored inside variable A, and inside B I am storing the same thing. Okay, so what what could be the calculation, what could be evaluation of this line. This line will hold some length. For example, if you enter ACOM, it will hold 4. So the 4 will be stored inside variable B, and I am displaying document.write B. So it will display 4. In the same way, if you enter KMS inside your prompt box, so the A dot, so inside A it will store KMS and A dot length. So it will find the variable store value stored inside variable A, and it will store inside variable B. Okay, let me save it. Now I am moving back to my browser, refresh it. You will get again, you have to enter any value. Now for example, I have entered KMES. So KMES is a collection of 4 characters, so the length of that could be 4. When I click OK, you will get 4 over here. Okay, refresh again. Now I am going to write Ansari. Now Ansari hold 5 characters, so it will result will be 5. Sorry, Ansari could have 6 characters, sorry. Okay, in the same way, when I click OK, if I write KMES college, now you will see KMES have 4 characters, college has 7 characters. So 4, 7, 11, but when you click on OK, you will get 12. Why? Because if you write KMES college, okay, so we have 4 characters in KMS and 7 characters in college, but between these two words we have 1 space, so space is also counted. Okay, that's why we are getting 12. Okay, so even if you don't write any character, just give some spaces. When you click on OK, now you will get some value because you have given some spaces. Okay, so space are also counted in length property. Okay, so finally we have completed our what we are expected to learn. So we have seen a function which is NaN, in which we have used some value, and this function will check whether the entered value or accepted value is number or not. If it is a number, it will give false result, and if it is not a number, it will give true result. After that, we have seen a property of JavaScript which is length property. In examination, many times there is a question like accept value from user and find the length of a string or length of entered value. So we have done the same program. Means instead of that, the question will be student, please write down this question, note down this question. You will get question like this: write a program in JavaScript to accept value from user and calculate the length of accepted value. Okay, I think every year this question you will find in your question paper, where the examiner asks write a program in JavaScript to accept value from user and calculate the length of that value. So this is the same program which we have done. Means first you need to declare a variable, okay, and you have to accept value from users. If you want to accept value from user, you have to use prompt box, because prompt box will create a box in which user can enter any value. So that value will store inside variable A. Now we have to perform something to find or to calculate the length. So we have a built-in property that is a length. So I have written a dot length. So if your variable name could be any, not ABC, you can write any. For example, if you write XYZ, okay, so here XYZ dot length could be your, means variable name can be of your choice, but the main thing is that length property is built-in property given by the JavaScript. So you have to use this property. Okay, so when you save this program, when you refresh, this will create a prompt box. Inside that, user can enter any value. For example, if you user enter ABC, your result would be 3. Okay, zoom out. Okay, you are getting question, why not your answer getting xyz dot length and document dot write b. Where xyz prompt enter any value where b equal to xyz dot length. Oh sorry, so here I have written xyx, instead of that you have to write xyz and save it. Flip back to your, now you will get a prompt box, enter some value. For example, I am writing kms, so kms is of 4, you will get 4. Okay, over here. So this is a question, write a program in JavaScript to extract value from user and calculate the length of accepted value. This question may ask in your examination. Okay, it's a 3-star question, every time examiner asks this question. So you can insert any string, for example KMS college. When you write, you will get 12. Okay, that's for today. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned with this channel, many things to come, and inshallah in next lecture we will move further with the new function and property of JavaScript. Thanks for watching. Allah Hafiz.